Well, good morning, Sales Team Optimization pundits. Welcome back again to www.salessystem.com.au. My name's Glenn Guilfoyle and I head up the specialist group called The Next Level. And we specialise in the craft of sales team optimization. But moreover, we exist passionately in the belief that those organisations that run their sales team optimization as an integral part of their whole of company annual budgeting will rise above the challenges that many of us in mature sales organisations, mature products, mature markets are finding ourselves under in terms of the horrible race to the bottom we all seem to be playing, which in turn puts a lot of pressure on the justification of the sales team and the return on investment. And we believe that those organisations that run their sales team optimization will rise above these challenges and show us all what it really means to be B4B rather than just B2B, whereby the customers of the organisations value the role of the sales execs as much or even more than the company that's paying their salaries. And so it's in this passionate pursuit of this belief that we put out these monthly little tidbits on a range of topics to do with sales team optimization to help you move yours to the next level. And so we're back this month with what seems to be a silly question almost. Who are your customers? But we're going to take quite an in-depth look from the perspective of how well understood is the value chain in which you operate. And then we're going to look at the defense or the validity of your sales team deployment and strategy against that value chain in your go-to-market sales strategy. So here we go. I sort of stopped doing the counts and running the ratios a few years back now, but at last count it was around sort of 50% of organisations that I would put the value chain question to and would fail in their answers. I find myself still today in workshops with heads of sales, heads of marketing, customer service, finance, operations, seeking clarification around that answer to the question, who are your customers? And how does that answer look against a value chain representation, the players in the value chain, their sequence, their role, the value they add down the value chain, and ultimately the company's go-to-market sales strategy? Most often the group response I would find was sort of somewhat aligned with maybe some sort of different nuances around terminology or sequencing. But quite often I found myself arbitrating sort of fairly vibrant argument and even intransigence. So it becomes important as part of the sales and marketing strategy annual review to go back to basics and address these simple, seemingly banal questions. Who are our customers? Who are the players in our value chain? And what and how do they add value? Too often, this step is ignored. And when ignored, the consequences manifest as a muddled marketplace targeting, siloism between state, national or division structures of the organisation, and sub-optimisation of the teamwork across the sales, marketing and customer service functions. You see, the value chain question really is 8 questions. Try running these across your heads of sales, marketing, customer service, finance and ops. What players make up the value chain? Who ultimately consumes our product as we put it in the shape and form that we know it as it goes into our value chain? Who starts our value chain? Who ends the value chain? Where are we in this picture? And therefore, who is or who are our customers? Why and why not? And how many parallel distribution channels are operating in this value chain? Wait a minute, I hear you say. what is the relevance or differential definition of a distribution channel in this value chain context? Well, this and many of these sorts of questions and the clarity around the answers is business critical. If you click on the hyperlink in the written version of this monthly blog, it'll take you through to a little model that will help you facilitate this discussion in your organisation. Once you've nutted all that out, then you should test and prosecute the deployment of the sales team against that value chain. How do the value chain choices you've made in terms of where you deploy your sales team, how defensible are they? Have you made the best bets? How do you determine which segments to deploy and how much effort and resource of your sales team to? Which segments do you sell directly to? Which segments do you sell indirectly to? Which segments do you send your sales team to apply the gentle art of sales specification? All these sorts of questions, as I say, become business critical and will test and give you the confidence in which you are making the choices about how and where to deploy the valuable resource made up in your sales team. Again, at the end of the written version of the bulletin, there's another click through to another tool that you can again help assist in hosting this discussion in your sales organisation. And of course, when you've done all of that, we're only a phone call away to help you move to the next level. I'm Glenn Guilfoyle. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again next month.